Okay, here we go. So, welcome officially to Super Mario Brothers Deluxe livestream. I need to change the link for the YouTube livestream because it was dropping frames. And I think I noticed that I was making a mistake. I was streaming at 60 FPS when probably my internet cannot handle it, first of all. And second of all, well, this capture card doesn't allow or doesn't, you know, uh, support 60 FPS, so there's even no point in using it. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing this game, the original Super Mario Bros. First portable version to it. I actually owned this game in 1999, precisely the year it came out. So I'm gonna be playing this first. Let's play a new one. These are the Star Worlds, you know. Once you beat the normal game, but you know I'm playing it again. By the way, I'm checking both chats, YouTube's and Twitch's. I'm streaming on both at the same time, since now it's technically possible. So yeah, I'm using the Game Boy player on the GameCube for me to play this game. And I'm using a cable link or something like that for me to be able to play from my Game Boy Advance SP as a controller. It's not the best, really, considering how, well, I don't know if to blame it either on the system itself, talking about the Game Boy Advance SP, or my hands are freaking big or something. Because I'm having a kind of a difficult time pressing the buttons. But playing this on the actual GameCube controller probably wouldn't make it any better anyway, so... So you will see me have kind of a rough time at the beginning. I mean, at the beginning and pretty much throughout all the stream. By the way, right now I am only gonna be streaming for an hour, and then I'm gonna go do stuff. But maybe tonight I'm gonna be streaming for another hour and a half, or something like that, for me to like resume the game. So, what do I plan to play here? Because in this particular version, the Game Boy Color one, there is plenty of content. We have the original Super Mario Brothers. We have also Super Mario Brothers Deluxe levels, or Mario 2 Japan, or some strict people call it the original Super Mario Brothers 2, whatever. You unlock it on this game by getting 300,000 points on the regular Super Mario Brothers. I already got it. I played it on my own time. When I got this cartridge, actually the guy didn't even beat the original game. And Mario the Lost Levels was not unlocked. But I did unlock it. I did it back in '99, so of course it didn't really take too much effort to get that game unlocked. So I'll be playing both, hopefully. This one and Lost Levels, of course, not only today, but on next streams. Definitely I will. And what else? Well, the challenge mode, which only applies for Super Mario Brothers, which basically consists of replaying every level, and basically you have to get 3 things, or to complete 3 different things. First, 5 red coins, a hidden Yoshi egg inside a block, and to beat the game under a certain, time trial thing. To beat the game on a specific time. Of course, that will change from level to level. So yeah, I could try at least fuck around playing some of the levels for the challenge mode. Not really committing myself or promise anything about me beating it, so... But I can try. I mean, no harm in trying. So I guess today I will, or right now, because today, as I told you, I plan to do 2 live streams on this. Right now, probably I can't commit myself to beat the original Super Mario Brothers, and, well, if there is enough time, because I actually have to leave in an hour. I wanted to stream earlier, but I couldn't. But here I am, anyway. I mean, I didn't want to wait until tomorrow or something. So yeah, I prefer to do 2 short streams instead of, maybe canceling So, as you can tell, basically for the ones who are not too familiar with this particular Game Boy Color version, this was the first remake of Super Mario 1, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the first remake on portables, I mean. I think there was another one in Game Boy Advance, basically emulating the original cartridge. But this one definitely is like a remake with more content, etc. And as you can tell, one of the limitations was a screen. The Game Boy Color, or the Game Boy, the original Game Boy's screen was very small. So you have less, like, the visual or the space basically is very limited compared to the original game. So you can adjust the camera up and down basically for you to have a whole perspective of the whole place. Unlike the original game though, this smaller screen could be a little bit of a difficulty at first, but then you get used to it, trust me. Again, back in '99, I beat absolutely everything, the original game, the lost levels, of course, with lots of deaths involved, which is not going to be any different in this playthrough, I guarantee you that. And I'm concentrated trying to get all of this money. So yeah, in that sense it's a little bit more challenging. Not too much to play this specific version, but again, as the first attempt to do a remake for a portable, it was very good. Actually, the smaller screen, it was just something that caught my attention, but didn't really represent a reason for me to complain. Not at all. And by the way, I'm taking a look at something real quick here. Just... oh, it doesn't quite work, huh? Hold on. Let me take care of something here. Let's see if it works. Probably not. Anyway, 2-2. Time for swimming. Well, another, like, advantage, quote unquote, that this game has, you will see why I say quote unquote. The advantage is that basically it has the graphics of the classic 1985 game, but at the same time it got lots of the features that appear in Super Mario All-Stars, the remake, 16-bit remake of all of these classic Mario games from 1993. So one of the advantages, for example, you will see when I play this maze castles in World 4 and World 7. For example, the original game, you weren't able to tell if you were going in the correct way, thanks to the coin sound thingy. Well, it appears in this version. There is a little sound that indicates that you are going on the right way. It's going to be useful, especially in Super Mario The Lost Levels, since I'm not too familiar with those mazes. Another advantage is, by the way, I'm going to lower the volume a little bit because I feel like I have to scream over the game, and I don't really do that. Microphone has to be always louder than the game itself. Oh yeah, surprise fish. It also makes noise when they jump. That didn't appear in the original game. So yeah, another advantage, so to speak. Again, it's relative because it's up to the player's perception anyway, but for me it's kind of an advantage. Also, in that sense, could be considered an improvement from the Super Mario All-Stars game, is that every time you run out of lives, you can save your game in every single stage. So for example, if you game over, in this particular game, you restart from the very same level you lost. Of course, from the beginning, without counting checkpoints, which of course has to be fair in that regard at least. And you start the game with 5 lives, not with 3. That's why I have 10 at this point of the game. I shouldn't have this many. So you restart the game, and you can also save in every single stage. Of course, that applies even more in Super Mario Bros. Levels. Actually, in Super Mario All-Stars, you were able to save and restart after a game over in every single stage. Of course, because of the harder level of difficulty. But in this particular game, being easy and all, it was thought for newer generations of gaming, so that's why they made it easier in that sense, with some like advantages and services that, again, I call it relative because they are not really necessary,